Hey guys, it's Sean with Custom Offsets, Custom Offsets TV. We got a vehicle spotlight for you, and it is the Custom Offset CO2 2015 Silverado 2500 HD. Lifted up, big wheels, big tires. A little humble about showing you my truck this time, so let's go.
Trucks decked out, rolling through the wood and it flexed out. Rims so big and the windows black, got the knob all lit up, double chromed out stacks. Yeah, we love to get them dirty, but still they so clean. Custom Offsets, Team Stance is the team, we on top of it now. We ain't never gon' fade, so you better get ready for taking over the game.
Hey guys, like I said, today we got CO2. It was our second build for Custom Offsets. It's the 2015 Silverado HD 2500. We thought about doing the Duramax, and then we realized we could save like $12,000, and we pulled that trailer over there. If you check it out, Junior, it's only a 16-foot enclosed trailer. I think when we load it totally to the hill, it's like 9,000 or 10,000 pounds. Didn't need a Duramax for that. Didn't buy a Duramax just because Instagram told us to. We pretty much do what we want. We bought what we needed. 6.0 gasser, love it. The thing definitely goes like a bat out hill. Even with these big old wheels and tires, she moves pretty good. She scoots. Didn't do anything performance-wise. We're definitely visual guys. We go after all of the looks. Not a ton on performance, at least me personally. And this being the build that I put together conceptually. For sure, this is pretty much exactly what I wanted. This is the dream truck. So this has got a 5-inch rough country. If you take a peek inside of here, we have painted all of the suspension. So we just kind of went through and picked the suspension parts. People ask, why did you put a rough country on such an expensive truck? And the reason is, this whole entire build, our intent was, you know, people could take $100,000 and build a SEMA truck if you've got $100,000. We wanted to show that you could use regular parts and you could build one hell of a truck with putting about 20 to 25,000 into a truck, not having to put 50,000 in. So I think in total we've got about 70 to 75,000 into this entire truck, including the truck itself. So it was a more realistic build. That's why I went with rough country. It's a big seller of ours. It's a very common lift, and it's a lift that people can afford. We took the rough country shocks and literally just had them wrapped in vinyl so that those could also be white. We then went ahead and started playing with wheels and tires. We had a different setup on here last year, the Kelly Off-Roads. This year I wanted to go with a 14 wide. So this is a 22x14 -76 offset. It's a Hostile Havoc in chrome. If you take a look at it, she got a full 6-inch lip on it all day. Remember, our bill is 6 inches, so it's got the 6-inch lip. Absolutely love the wheels. If you look closely here, I went with the metal lugs, spike lug nuts that we have, the chrome lug nuts for the Chevys. I love how they're, you know, just short of coming out to where the cap is. Love the look, how that turned out. Then for tires, we got super carried away. These are the new 375/45 R22 Trail Graps. And I really wanted to grab something that was wide. If you look at the width of this tire, I think it's around 15 inches or something like that. It protects the wheel a lot better. It's not a stretch tire. It's basically a totally square setup. I believe the measurement on this one, the 375/45, is about 36.5 inches. So I knew I was gonna get back into cutting that bumper. So Banker, our build guy here at Offset's Garage, he was able to take off the bumper. I think by now we've taken off probably this much bumper. I think it used to come all the way to here. And then he followed his trim and ran it all the way down the line here. If you check that out, Junior, he made a really cool, you know, look out of chasing that whole thing. It turned out perfectly. Love the wheel fitment. If you look back here, she rubs like a bitch. So it slams right into this. I haven't accepted the fact yet that we need to just basically trim this out, trim this, and then open that up. The trouble with these that I don't like is that there's nothing behind there. So once you start getting into there, that's just a bunch of like silicone and black goopy stuff. So it doesn't end up as clean. So I've been I've been kind of battling it and leaving it on there for now. I get about 1 1/4 steering wheel turns, which is plenty for me. What I'm doing with this one, this is show vehicle, a tow vehicle. That thing doesn't take massive turns either, so there's no reason for this to have to do it. So that's wheels and tires. For lighting, we got super carried away. We worked with my guy Albert at Gold Standard Lighting, and he hooked us up with a complete build on the headlights. So you can see that this one comes with the projectors, but we added in the demon eyes. So I've got the million color demon eyes, and then he put in the cubes for us. So we put the 3-inch cubes in for the high beams, and then went with the, I believe it's LED concepts. I always forget which one we use for switchbacks. So I've got the full switchbacks in there. All the housings are painted white. All of the grille, the surrounds, the bumper, the front cover, everything paint to match white. And then we have the OLB 5.5 inch cut into the fog lights. You can see we had to go in there and custom trim in order to fit those in there. And Banker also made some custom brackets to fit that in. Same thing in the front. We got the curved 20-inch OLB white bar in the front of it. And again, he had to trim it out. Behind there are custom brackets and some different trimming and cutting. It's not a slap-in setup. We now have the one on the website where we actually did make brackets so that you can do that. You do still have to trim this out, or you can just take it at a straight line and just open that up, and then you can install that one. If you look behind the grill, I've got the 30-inch and the 40-inch straight bars also. Everything in 4D optics. She is definitely bright. It pretty much lights up the, it turns night into day, so it's awesome. I love it. When you get the 5.5s, the 3s, the 20, the 30, the 40 all lit up, she rocks and rock and rolls. This is another complete kit that we have on the website. So we've made these big, we call them extreme mounting brackets that are completely slotted that go behind there, and then we've got different brackets and different feet that you can use to make this same setup. People a lot of times will say, yeah, now you have no airflow. Well, guess what? As usual, it's extremely over-engineered. When I pull that 10,000 pound trailer, I've pulled it 11 hours straight, just stopping for fuel on a 90-degree day. Well, I'm getting 6 miles to the gallon. My temperature never went over, I think, 180 or something like that on the trans. Everything was fine. It pulled great. I watched the temperature for that reason, but it absolutely no issues. Pulls like a beast, doesn't even get warm. So that's, I guess that's all my lighting. You can see as far as the windshield, I did a vinyl strip to pull the wind, basically kind of pull the roof down to give it that chop top look. So I pulled that down, and then I used a lower banner to bring kind of the cowl look to the windshield, just to try to shorten up the windshield and just give it that mean, angry look. Added the tow mirrors. I went with the older style tow mirrors. You can spend a fortune, at least last year, I haven't looked lately, but you can spend a fortune to get the high country mirrors. Again, I didn't do that. I tried to keep everything reasonable on this build and make it more realistic. So these are just the regular mirrors that fit the 15s, and then had them paint to match again. As far as these strips were all black, and because it was a rubber, I didn't want to get into paint because I was afraid it was going to come off. So all of these are vinyl. Had all of that vinyled out. Let's see, there's so much. Tail lights, again, Gold Standard Lighting. This was a light that I was able to actually just find off of eBay. I can't even remember what brand it is, but Albert was able to peel that apart, paint everything inside. He even painted the surround to get rid of the chrome of the surround, and then we went with the LED reverse lights and everything. So just really cleaned that up. Went right over the top of the reflectors with white so that it just completely white out. The rear third light, same thing. That was one that I was able to find. It's just an LED third brake light off of eBay. Sent it directly to Albert right off of eBay, and then had him tear into it and pimp it out, just totally white out the surround. The top of the bed, white again, paint to match. The bumper, we completely disassembled all of that and had that all paint to match. All the corners, the plastic protector corners and the whole truck are paint to match white. The bow ties I did with vinyl, had those done so that they would white out. If you look back here, went with the bed rug. I'm still trying to come up with a tonneau cover. Haven't come up with one that I can have completely white that's still in that budget friendly. I think I could spend $1,500 and do a hard cover and then vinyl it out, but I'm still trying to figure out how I can do it and stay with the rule of, you know, kind of $500 to $700 parts. Added the swing cases, love this. This is where I basically keep all of my killer wax products in our shoe shine kit, keep my shoes clean. But this has been huge. I love having this thing so I don't have stuff rolling around inside of the truck. Really easy to use. Those are awesome. Inside, we kept the interior real simple. Like I said, this isn't your LTZ or big HD Denali package. It's a really simple, I believe it's a LT1 or something. But I did the little details. I had them go ahead and vinyl out the bow tie so that it matched the white theme. You can see I run my Team Stance dog collar up there. A proud member of the team. Down here are all my switches. So we just threw together a quick fiberglass panel. Banker was able to make that up just on the bench here. And then added in the switches for all the light bars. And then I've got the wheel lights and the demon eyes. So if you check out here, I went with the Oracle wheel lights, which are kind of cool. They're just attached inside on the caliper itself. And then those are million color, and on these big wide 14s, it makes that entire wheel basically glow whatever color you're running. And that, like I said, it's a million colors, so you can kind of pick your poison for what you want to run. That's my baby. I've got a small stereo back there. I just threw a sub in. I think I kept the factory radio and just had a sub and amp added. Little 12 under the seat. Sounds perfect. I think that's it. Did I forget anything, Junior?
I don't think so.
Take one more look. Got my Team Stance 24-inch. And that's pretty much a wrap. So, hope you liked it. That's our baby. That's a walk around of CO2. You can see it. I think it was in Truckin' Magazine as the one of the reader profiles or whatever. Super pumped about it. Turned out awesome. Big hats off to Cody Banker. We basically took a stock truck right off the lot and built this thing from the ground up in about, I think it was 3 weeks total, a week build time and 2 weeks of just waiting on parts, getting everything in. And you know, we picked out a couple things since then, but that's pretty much it. So keep following us. It's youtube.com/custom offsets. Subscribe, you'll see these first. We'll keep showing some of our customers' vehicles, some of our vehicles, let you see some of our personality, and keep letting us know what else you want to see. Peace.